Chat, Twitch, YouTube. Hi, welcome to the video. Welcome to another tier list video. We are tier listing Jujutsu Kaisen today. And the reason why I picked that is because I've never watched it. I've never watched Jujutsu Kaisen. So I have absolutely no clue who's who. And that's why I want to make a tier list about it. Because for all I know, I'm going to put S tier characters in F tier, and it's gonna be very funny. Yeah, let's get started, shall we? There's two characters I know. I know Gojo, and I know the guy with the pink hair. I just learned that his name is Itadori. Genuinely had no idea before now. So I'll put Gojo in S because he's one of the only characters I know, and therefore it probably means something, right? And Itadori, I've seen him, but I've never heard of him. But also I like the pink hair. Now, you know what? I'll put him in A. I'll put him in A. I like the pink hair. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It makes him stand out. Megumi. Gumi. Just in B. He's I. Nobara looks cool. She's got like the tattoos like the devil from yeah. She's got the same little things. Maki looks like a guy, but he looks like a tough guy. I'll put him in like B. C, because I guess he has white hair. That's something to make him stand out. Panda. This is just a panda. I've seen Kung Fu Panda. He's pretty strong. Yuta. I'll go and see. No, actually, I'll put him in D. He's boring. Mei. She looks good. I'll put her in B next to Maki. Nishimiya. I don't like the expression she has. She looks like she's a whiner, so I'll put her in C. Miwa, she looks fun, so I'll put her in S. Michimaru or whatever, I'll put him in D. He looks boring. I like the thing he's got with his eyes, so I'll put him in B. Todo looks boring. Arata, I'm sure it's like a very important character. He looks like a side character that does something, so I'll put him in B. Junpei, boring. Yaga looks cool, so I'll put him in A. Nanami, that sounds like a name that's important, so I'll put him in A. Yuta Hime. I'll put her S tier. She's cool. She's got scars or something. I don't know. Mei. I'll just put him in B. Gakuganji. That looks like a C tier character. Same for Kusakabe. Ijichi looks boring. Akari, she's a girl and she's blonde, so I'll put her in B for blonde. Geto, probably a bad guy, but like an early anime kind of bad guy, you know? He's like, oh, you owe me money, and then the main character's like, no, stop, and then the main character gets beat up a bunch of times, and then one day the guy shows up again to beat him up, and then he's like, Idatori's like, I'm done running. And then he does something and it like kills this guy. So I'll put him in A because he's like very important for our main character's development. Kenjaku, a little too much going on. I'll put him in C. Sukuna in B. He looks alright. Wait, actually, is he the main character's brother? They had the same kind of hair. Wait, Sukuna? There's two? Okay, well, I guess I gotta put them together. Mahito. She looks insane, so I'll put her in B. I'm saying she, but like it could be just a guy with long hair. Mahito complete. Oh, so then it's probably that looks cool. Okay, well I'll put her here, and then I'll put that one there because it's very sick. Jogo, that looks stupid. Hanami, I'll put him there. Dagon looks stupid. Curse Womb. I'll put him in B. Looks cool. Chozo, B. Ezo, stupid. Kechizu, stupid. Uru Ame, white hair, looks good. Wasuke, it's like what, Sasuke if it was wise. Suke. Takada, C. Tsumiki looks like a MILF, so I'll put an S. Junpei's mother is literally a MILF, so I'll put an S. Ozawa, she looks fragile and she needs someone, so I'll put an S. Juzo at the bottom, boring. Miguel, oh my god, he looks cool. I don't know if he's wearing like an army hat or a chef hat, but either way, I fuck with it. Karuta, B tier. Mimiko and Nanako, I'm assuming they're like twins of something, of some kind. They're like linked together, otherwise they wouldn't be in the same Square. I think it's pretty cool. It's a cool concept, so I'll put them in A. Laru, I'll put them in C. Rika, that looks sick. I'll put in A. Kuchisake Ona, I'll put in B. Shoko, MILF. Aibara, DILF. Riko, I have no idea what gender this is, so I'll say something ILF. Toji, I think I've heard that name a lot, so A. That looks cool, so I'll put in S. Wee. Wait, is Mei Mei linked to Wee? I think so. I think they're linked somehow. Wee looks like an A tier character. KO guy or Kogai, that looks sick, so I'll put in S. And now Obito's probably just a butler, annoying butler, so I'll put in like D. Like, it's probably a character you see, and every time it shows up, you're like, fuck, man, why is he there? Oh, I hate this guy. I hope he dies, like, type thing. But actually, you know what? We need those characters, so I'll put them in B, actually. Then we got Ogami. That can go in C. Looks like a character that had tragic backstory. Awasaka looks like a funny character. I think he's probably a B tier. I think B tier. Yeah. Small box deity. I like that it only has teeth. Nahoraga, that also looks sick, so I'll put in S. Yuki looks pretty, so I'll put them in A. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but either way they go in A because they're pretty. Hakari, I don't know what's going on, so I'll put them in D. Kirara, I'll put her in A. Oh yeah. Honestly, I'll say S just because the picture alone looks very cool with like the blood over the head. I don't know if they just like, they went like, 110%. And then they like started bleeding from their head because they just worked too hard. Oh, and see, they have a curse, so that's probably why they started bleeding. That looks like a Ben 10 character. I'll put in B for Ben. Ogi Zenin or G Zenin. They're probably a wise character. I'll put them in C. Haba looks boring. I'll put them in D. Amai looks... They look the same. I'll put them... Actually, no. I'll put them in C. Remy, I'll put her in B. Iguruma looks insane, so I'll put him in D. Angel, she's probably a character that you think she's nice, but she's actually very evil, so I'll put her in A. I'll put Reggie in C. Hayes Noki, I'll put him in D. Imagine being called Bernard. It's like that one tweet of like, imagine you're in bed, you're about to say his name, but his name is Gilbert. It's literally that. I'll put him in C just because he already has a lot to go through with a name like that. Kashimo, I like the Hatsune Miku colored hair, so I'll put in B. Takaba, I'll put it there. What the fuck am I even looking at? That's crazy. I'll put Druv in B. Kururushi looks pretty cool, so I'll put in A. I like that. Ichigori looks weird. I'll put in C. Euro girl, so that's a lot of points already. Pink hair, that's also a lot of points. And looks like a bug lady, so that makes her also interesting. Mio. That looks ridiculous. Data looks like an important character, either mean or good, so I'll put in S. Yorozu, she also looks like a cool character, so I'll put her in S. Ajito or whatever, I'll put in A. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's my tier list. If you guys don't like what I did, be sure to let me know in the comments, so that way I'll be able to do even better next time. All right, that's it. See ya, guys. Bye.